right, everyone. Welcome to today's Sunday live stream. We are going to get you ready for the beginning of this week. So if you are excited to be here, drop the number 6 in the chat. I am going to be monitoring the chat. So hello to all of you that are joining us on the live. We're going to get to a chart here in just a second. And then we are going to massively congratulate a whole bunch of folks here. But whether you're on YouTube Live or on Facebook Live from the Professor Trades, drop the number 6 in the chat if you are ready for some massive value today. We'll probably stream for about an hour. We're going to go over 10 to 12 different charts to get you ready for today. So welcome to today's live stream. Zavinus, what is up? Good seeing you here on the live stream. Hey, if you are just joining us and you want to do something that costs you zero money and give back to a stranger today, you know what you could do? You could take the share link and you can share this live stream right now on all of your social media platforms. Let's get people in here, not for me, but to give them some value and maybe open up their eyes to what is possible in the world of trading. So share that live stream right now. Take a second, share it. And if you're on YouTube, hit that like button for me. As you know, that will get more people in the algorithm to see this video live. And if you're on Facebook, hit that like button as well. I greatly appreciate it. So love seeing some of the 6s coming in. We're excited. And I'm excited for you too. Okay, I'm excited for you too. Here's one of our YouTube members from our membership area, Mr. Williams. What is up? Welcome to today's live stream. So, hey, listen, I'm not even going to mess around, right? Watch this. Boom. Congratulations. All right, we started buying Bitcoin down at this level. Again, huge shout out to all of you in the ProfessorTrades.com private community, which is an app, or you can access it through laptop, desktop, iPad, cell phone, Android, iPhone. Awesome. Congratulations. I'm seeing all the messages that are popping up in the trading community. All of you, Peter, who just said up 15% on this buy. I've already taken off about 70% of my profits. I am going to hold to that top up there at the top of the blue line. We are going to be looking at BTC here. So again, congratulations to all of you in the club who have been taking this trade since these lower areas. Massive profits today from Bitcoin. And again, let's kind of analyze this as our first chart. That is the 8-hour chart, and this is now the daily chart. Okay, so again, I have taken at this third profit level that just hit right before the live stream. Okay, I have taken out about 80% of my profits. I'm going to see if we can get the top of this zone at about 96 to be hit. We may see a retracement prior to the market open, but I'm pretty confident now that we have that nice bullish structure in place. You should be looking for another buy down at around 87 to then take this back up to a higher high. Okay, so if this just doesn't shoot straight up to 96 over the course of the next 24 to 48 hours, okay, then you're looking for a pullback as we look at the daily structure here. Okay, and again, highly encourage all of you, if you are on a futures account, for example, if you're trading this as well as many of us are on Thinkorswim platform, use the micro lot /MBT. And basically, if you have a small account, this is where you want to live. For every 1,000-point move on Bitcoin, it is $100. Okay, so every 1,000-point move, it is $100. So if you are on Thinkorswim, that is the place to be, right? Don't jeopardize your account. Plus, you need a lot of margin. Okay, you need over 100 grand if you're going to trade a full Bitcoin futures. My suggestion to you is trade MBT, trade 1 MBT, trade 2 MBTs, whatever margin you're allowed to have. Do it small because BTC moves, okay? BTC moves. We saw the drop from 96 back down to 86. So again, BTC moves, But that being said, it's a great opportunity for you to swing trade with very little risk because every 1,000 point only is $100. So if you're down 1,000 points, you're only down $100. All right. So not a bad suggestion to be. So I'm glad that some of you are awesome. Motasim, what is up? What is up? Good to see you here on the live stream. Hey, this guy right here, huge shout out to Mr. Brad, Elliott Wave Made Simple. What I want you to do is at the end of this live stream, go ahead and mark his channel down. As a matter of fact, Brad, drop in your channel link. So Brad is our full-time analyst inside of the trading club. There's the website up in the top who does our Elliott Wave. So if you really want to take trades 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 10x, you learn Elliott Wave parameters. He gives you charts, all for the same cost of the membership. He gives you in a private space that we have inside the app. He gives you the parameters and where to take BTC, where to take the currencies, where to take the indices, where to take gold, where to take silver. So we're blessed to have him. So I always shout him out. So if you get a chance, he's going to drop the link in the comments to his channel. Learn a little bit more about Elliott Wave. But if you really want to 2x, 3x your trades and you're tired of just scalping and you maybe want one trade a week that can go a couple 100 points, come on in, join the Elliott Wave room and watch the magic happen. So shout out to Brad as well. So definitely check out Elliott Wave Made Simple because he makes it super simple. Okay. I use the KISS method, the keep it simple, stupid. He makes it keep it simple, stupid +1. He adds that extra flavor to let you stay in your trades much longer. So definitely want to give him a shout out. Check him out at the end of today's live stream. And I'm going to put the link in the video description as well. And if you're already in the club, then you know the benefits of having access to that Elliott Wave room, right? No longer 20, 30 points. You're Xing 5X, 6X on your trades because Elliott Wave will give you those A waves, B waves, C waves, patterns, and he shares over 20 charts a day inside of that chat room that we have set up just for Elliott Wave. So I'm glad that you're here. Okay, I'm glad that you're here. We are going to jump in to currencies. We are going to jump into indices. We are going to jump into, of course, my favorite, CL and oil. So we'll leave natural gas and oil for towards the end of the live stream. And again, listen, I have one simple goal for you today. This is it. This is all I care about today is that you, whether you're a subscriber or not, and if you're not, consider subscribing and turning on the notifications bell so you don't miss our sessions. I just want you to learn the key zones for each chart. I want you to feel better about your trading decisions. That's really all I care about, right? I want to be able to give back, okay? I've surpassed 6 figures multiple times in my trading account. I'm trying to give back and help people now do it the right way, okay? I put a poll out on the community inside of YouTube at the end of every month, at the end of every week. If you've made gains, if you've made profits, we have about 60% of people in the overall YouTube space who answered back so far said that in the month of February, they did not make profit. So if you are part of that 60%, okay, whether you're a subscriber or not, I just want to help you today. I want to be able to give you some charts. I want to be able to give you some zones that you can look at as the week evolves to hopefully start you on the track to being profitable. That's my biggest goal, okay? If I can do that today, okay, we already are off to a great week with BTC, but if I can help you today, whether you're in the club or not, okay, I want to be able to give you value and I want to be able to help you. If that sounds good to you and that's a fair exchange, again, all you got to do is, let me get in front of the camera, hit the like button for me. That's it. I want more people to be able to see this video based on the algorithm. If you do that, and if you engage with me in the comments, I'm going to answer you back. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. I'm going to answer you back so we can get going with today's analysis. So awesome job on BTC. Let's stay long on BTC and we shall keep going. All right, let's head into, okay, a couple of the currency pairs. Now, the first pair that we are going to look at is going to be AUD USD, but guess what? We already crushed this trade last week, okay? But I did have a couple of questions about where is odd USD eventually going to go? So again, congratulations. Okay, congratulations to all those folks in the club who started trading odd USD when we saw the DXY and the dollar getting strong. We reversed on that trendline break and we started taking sells on the USD pairs on the right-hand side. Okay, so congratulations to all of you. But this is a brand new week. So we are going to remove the charts. We are sitting on the daily chart and we are going to go ahead and mark up our charts right here. I always start with a playing field. Okay, so if there's anything else that you can do today is just maybe just watch how I kind of set up the charts. And this is how we approach the beginning of the week. Now, let me keep in mind that today is Sunday. So when the markets open at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on the currency market, they open up at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There might be a gap, which means where price closed, okay, on Friday, which in this case, price closed right here, okay? So is there going to be a gap? So I'm going to just drop down real quick to the 15-minute chart just to show you and give you an example. And once I show you once, this will be true for every chart that I show you today, okay? So price closed here on Friday. If price opens in a few hours up here, okay, or if price opens down here, okay, the difference between where price closed and where price opens, whether it's to the top or whether it's to the bottom, that creates a gap in the market. See the space in between? That's the gap. We trade those gaps, okay? We trade those gaps live inside the private community every Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't need to ask me. Our community members will tell you if they're here in the comments. We profit a lot just from gap trading. And we do that not only for currencies, but we do that for indices, gold, silver as well, if it meets our standard for trading that gap. We have to have X amount of points and we have a strategy for trading that gap. Okay, so we will definitely be getting to that. Hey, Molly, good seeing you here on the live stream. We will be getting to crude oil towards the end of the live stream, so just hang in here. We shall cover it for you. Okay, so that in essence is how the gap strategies work. Now, let's take a look at odd USD. Then I'm going to give you a couple of currency pairs, and then we're going to jump into the indices, and then we're going to jump into natural gas, which is already in massive profits, and we're going to talk about those gaps as well. So we saw here, right, that we kind of operating kind of on this little channel right in here, okay? When it comes to odd USD, we saw the rejection of 64.06, and we also have that wick on here. So we are going to draw a Fibonacci level, okay, because we are going to begin to look what is odd USD going to do at this level. If we bring this down, you can see here that we have been on a, right, we have been on a massive downtrend, and then we had an uptrend, and now we have continued this downtrend from this key level right in here. If we squeeze the charts and we go over to the left, right, and this is where a lot of traders do not do this, okay, to look at the charts from a 30,000 foot view, okay? We really only had this one peak all the way down here, and this was back during the pandemic, back in March of 2020. So you start giving yourselves more probability, right, as price comes down to look for longer swing plays for buys as we begin to break down these Fibonacci levels here, okay? So we trade from zone to zone. That's how we stay profitable and win over 90% of our trades because we are just trading zone to zone, okay? So now we are going to look at this key level right in here for odd USD, right? We already know that if price closes below the 100 Fibonacci level, then there is a strong chance that that continues in a bearish pattern. Until we don't get a closure below the 100 Fib level, then we look for buys down near the 78.6 to the 88.6 area. Okay, that's based on high probabilities, and that's also based now on the fact that we've had all of these red candles, and there is liquidity sitting up in some of these candles here. So are we due for that pullback where we might get what we call as kind of, we have this W pattern working here. We might also see the beginning of the M pattern and then possibly go further down. So as far as odd USD goes, I am going to set an alert right at the 78.6 area. And of course, if you're in the community, you don't need to worry. You get all the trade alerts. So as we break down into closer towards the 88.6 area, then we will look for a buying opportunity of odd USD. Now, of course, this is going to be reliant on what? This is going to be reliant on the DXY. So why has odd USD and all the pairs with USD on the right started going down? Because the dollar became stronger, right? We gave you this 88.6 level inside of the trading community, and it worked out perfectly, right? This is what we talked about. If we get the bounce from about 106, then the USD is going to become stronger. And that is why, if we go back over to odd USD, that is why you can see here how the USD got stronger. So of course, odd USD has to begin to drop. Now, here's an interesting thing. If you grab one of these lines and you put it at the size of this drop, okay, right in here, okay, and you kind of keep that in mind right there, okay, with that particular drop, and then you go back over to the DXY, okay, you can begin to see that they're very close in size, okay? They're very similar in size, and that's how I like to kind of measure the waves inside of these different patterns, okay? So we begin to look for that congruence and that confluence when it comes to the DXY. So for right now, as long as the DXY, okay, is heading in an upward pattern and will probably continue since it broke structure, right? The next structure point is going to be up at about 107.8. Let's just call it 108. As this continues to the upside, then that makes it very easy to us to know that we are probably going to see odd USD continue probably a little bit further down before any possible reversal. So we'll look to see this reversal at this alert area, and that's why I set alerts on my charts. Okay. So again, if you know me, I don't sit in front of a computer all day. I live off alerts, both in my Thinkorswim platform and on TradingView. Once I get an alert, I look for price action to let me know if I'm going to go long or if I'm going to go short. And then I spit that information out to our members through our trade alerts. And it's that simple, right? We wait for key levels where we lower risk, increase probabilities, and then that way we take our trades, right? Whether that's 5 trades a week or 10 trades a week, right? We look for high probability trades. And the biggest reason why a lot of traders struggle is because they force themselves into the mentality that they are day traders, so they have to get into a trade every day. That's the biggest mistake you can make. If there's no trade, there is no trade. You need to walk away and come back when there is a trade. Okay, so that is kind of the prognosis for AU, and I'm going to save this here, okay? And it's going to be the exact same prognosis for GU. Okay, as we look at GU did not make the massive push down like AU did. Okay, but we've already taken profits from this top here. Every time you see a blue line on my chart, that is a profit level. Now, we have already identified that we do have some liquidity sitting in this candle. We are about to break structure a second time. Okay, so if price clears below that wick, then GU is going to come down and take out liquidity. So if you do get price to close below 125.62, which is the white line, then you are going to take it down to 125.20. Okay, that's about 40 pips away. In the meantime, we have this doji candle that was created here. Let me get rid of the old chart from last week. Okay. And so again, we could possibly see another bounce from this level. So if GU bounces back up to this level here, we will set an alert near the Fibonacci area. We will take a look at the DXY before we decide to jump into another sell position up in here, right? So we are going to be looking near this 61 to 88.6 area if price reverses up. If we get a 4-hour candle to close below this Fibonacci level, then you already know sell GU down to the negative 27 Fibonacci extension. Take your 40 pips and call it a day, and then wait to see what happens after that. Okay. Again, we'll continue to walk this down inside the club while it's going down. In the meantime, we need to wait to see how price is going to react at this 125.62 area. And we're going to wait for that price action to let us know when to get in, either on a long or on another short. Okay. If this is making sense so far, drop the number 1 in the chat while I get a quick cup of water to make sure that it's making sense to you. If you understood that DXY, if you understand these two levels, if you understand what I was just talking about with regards to GU, drop the number 1 in the chat, because I want to make sure that you understand. Okay. If not, I'm more than happy to explain it a couple more times, because again, my goal for you today was very simple, right? If we went back to my goals today, and my plan for you is to learn the key zones for each chart, because if you can learn to trade from zone to zone, you can become a 90% successful trader from market to market. But if you're all over the place and you're trying to hit a home run every time that you trade, then you are going to struggle in trading, right? If you don't have realistic expectations, especially in today's markets where we're seeing a lot more volatility, you got to know where the next level is, and you got to take profits off the table. Okay. If you're leaving profits on the table and trades are turning around on you, you are going to continue struggling in this market. Okay. So you've got to take profits off the table. Earlier at the beginning of the stream, I showed you BTC, right? I started with taking off 50%. Then we went to that next level of 91. I took off 80%. I've only got 20% working. I am not giving back profits, right? I am not giving back profits. So stop giving back profits so you can actually grow your account the right way. Okay. Grow your account the right way. So good to see that it's beginning to make sense with a lot of folks, and they're beginning to understand that that is super, super important in this process. A little bit of nice cold water down here. Beautiful weather in Miami today. Hey, I'm in Miami. We have beautiful weather. Let me know down in the comments. I'm going to go to the next chart where you are watching from, and also drop in your temperature. Let's see where is the warmest place, whether it's in the US or outside the United States, or where is the coldest place. Drop in where you are watching from and your temperature, and let's build a little community inside of the chat there. And Brad, you can monitor that community and let me know along the way what is going on there. Okay. So let's take a look at USD CAD, and I'm particularly looking for the USD pairs because of where the DXY is at. Okay. So we had the nice bounce and retake. Let's clear the chart here. Okay. I don't know who that was in the group who asked me, but we already know where we're going. We're going for at least 50% of this liquidity candle sitting right here. Massive institutional money sitting right here on USD CAD. Okay, so USD CAD is still going to be a long. They did close above this structure point right there. So you may see a retracement, but we're going to end up right here. Okay, I'm going to turn this blue because we're going to end up right here. Okay, we are going to grab at least 50%. I'll stay a little conservative here. We're going to grab at least 50% liquidity of this candle. Okay, so let's draw a Fibonacci level from this wick of this one candle to the bottom wick of this one candle. And look where the blue section is. Exactly 50%. That's where they're going. That's where they're going. I'll see you guys later in the week, and we're going to be up here at this level. So you still got the potential for almost 100 pips. Yeah, pretty close to 100 pips on the way up for USD CAD. So if the market doesn't gap and you get some form of a retracement down back in this area or a retest in this area, I would look to stay long until we hit the blue section on USD CAD. All right, on USD CAD. All right, we've got some St. Paul, Minnesota, 27. Holy cow. Ontario, Canada, -7. Anything with a minus is bad for me. Okay, because I'm in Miami. I don't want to see minus. Okay, -21 in Ottawa. 1 degree, 0 in Germany. Lithuania, plus 4 degrees. Okay. India, 23 degrees. In the UK, plus 7, sunny and beautiful. So, hey, I give you all credit. Those of you that live in cold places, man, I give you credit because I just can't. I can't. I mean, we take an annual ski trip with the family, and that is a long week for me because its temperatures down in the 10s, 9, 12, and I just don't do cold weather. I like my toes in the sand and not in the ice. So I won't ever leave South Florida because I love my warm weather. So guess what? Stay long on USD CAD. Did everybody get that? You're going to stay long on USD CAD. And again, peak at the DXY. Okay. Same thing here. Okay. Congrats to our members who took USD JPY down at this level here. Okay. This is an active trade that is still in profit, about 200 pips. Okay. We will continue now long on USD JPY. And I'm going to tell you where, because we're going to draw a Fibonacci on this 8-hour chart on this swing right here. And we can see a little bit of rejection at the 61.8. But you know what? The market makers are very greedy, and there is a lot of liquidity still sitting in here. So I'm going to say, you need to protect your trade, but this should be a spot that they hit early in the week. Okay? Early in the week. So if the market gaps and we come back down, I will let you know. And then we will take this up to even much higher Fibonacci extensions up here. But for now, we don't get greedy. We trade zone to zone. I will set an alert in case we have more buying opportunity. But a lot of us are already long on this position. If you still have your swing trade open, leave it long, but of course, protect it. At least 50% should be protected. We're expecting the blue section to be hit pretty early in the week. And the reason for that is, if you look right here on this day candle, they came down. They grabbed 50% liquidity already of this institutional candle, and now they're pushing price up. So we shall wait, but USD JPY should continue long. If they do dip further down, then we will look for more buying opportunities down at this level. Overall, I'm not going to be surprised if we see USD JPY come back up to this 127 Fibonacci extension. But before we do that, we've got to do what? We've got to climb the ladder, right? We've got to climb the ladder. We just don't say it's going to go there. We walk it down. We walk it up. We walk it down. We walk it from level to level. And again, that's what makes trading much, much easier and more profitable because you have multiple ways to get into trades. Singapore, minus 25. Woo woo. Hey, our good friends in Nigeria. Thank you, Michael, for being here. 30 in Nigeria. Not bad. Not bad. We've got 25 in Oman. I'll say, hey, I love the international crowd today. Love helping out folks in Africa, Nigeria, South Africa, all across the globe. So thank you for being here on the live stream. And be patient. We're about to jump into the indices and then natural gas and crude oil. Hey, listen, you all know the deal, okay? If you're not in the trading community, then you don't know what I have been saying. I have only been selling oil for a long, not oil, I'm sorry. Only been selling gold. I have not been a buyer of gold. I've only been a seller of gold, waiting for these key levels, okay? Gold broke structure, okay? Gold broke structure. Congratulations to all of you who have been selling gold with me. So we need to see what's going to happen now at 28.82, okay? If you look at gold, okay, look at this wave on gold. Okay, let's measure this. Okay, let's measure this. Okay, you take a look at how many points or pips or ticks that is on gold, right? This last wave started down at 25.58 and we reached 29.59 on this chart. Okay, maybe 3,000 on another chart, but on this chart, we reached 29.59. That is a huge wave. There is still a lot of institutional money low at these lower levels down in here. So now that we're sitting on the day chart, are we going to get a retest and then possibly a continuation down on gold? That is going to be the question, okay? There is a little bit of unmet liquidity there, but that really doesn't matter because there's liquidity candles open way down at these levels as well, okay? So we're going to trade zone to zone. Now, we did reject this level right here. Guys and ladies, this is why you have to look at the day candle and look where previous rejections happened, right? People who thought they were going to continue short here just got trapped. Why? Because they never looked over to the left and realized that there had been a place of previous support level down at this level. So you have to look to your left and you have to pay attention to the support levels because wicks tell the story. I only look at wicks. Wicks tell me price decided to come here, tap, and go. Well, guess what? They came right back here. They tapped and they took off. Okay. So now we have to wait. Okay. I personally would not go long until we get a 4-hour candle to close above 28.82 and then possibly look for a retest and then maybe go back up one more time. I need to see this price action for me to go long. I'd rather not trade this empty black space right here until I get confirmation because it's tricky, right? We can come back up here and bounce one more time. Why? Because we've already bounced here and we've already bounced here. So remember that previous resistance also can turn into support, as you can see right in here. So this is going to be a key area, 28.82 or so on this chart, whether gold is going to go higher or if gold is going to reject this level and go back down. Okay, so that's going to be a key area to watch. We'll let it play out for the first few days of the week here. And if we take this high down to this low, you can see here that that kind of puts us right around where we normally look for possible reversal areas to happen. So what gold will do, we shall see. Usually I don't even look at gold. Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays, I just let gold move and I wait for that midweek possible reversal pattern, or I get to see direction by Wednesday. You only need one solid gold trade a week to be very profitable in this particular symbol. So don't rush it, let it move, and we shall see if there's any gaps on gold when the markets open up later today. Okay? Okay, so that is gold. Be patient. If gold closes, let's move this real quick. Okay, if gold comes back and closes below 28.35, then at that point, I think it's a free fall and we're going to head back down to the 2700s. Okay, so this is going to be a very key area because the last time we came here, okay, we respected that level and we took off. So here we are again. Here we are again. Let's see what's going to happen in this black hole area. Here is an example of a close above, a retest, and back up to the next level. We need to wait to this key level to see what's going to happen truly with gold. Don't gamble, be patient, and let us wait to see what is going to happen. Okay? All right, let's do another quick update. Oh, sweet Jesus. Let's go. Let's go. Can we get, you think we can get to 96 by Tuesday? So I want to close out all my positions at 96. Can we get to 96 by Tuesday? I've only got 20% left and it's way protected. But man, can we get to 96 by Tuesday? I'm actually going to let, hey, Brad, since you are on the live stream and you are our Elliott Wave expert, why don't you drop your chart if you have it available? I don't want to put any pressure on you. Drop your chart that you routinely share in our community inside of this live stream. Let's give them even more value. Let's invite some folks into the trading community. And listen, you can get started with us. Okay, you can get started with us and check it out for 30 days, right? You're paying about $1 a day. Okay, I don't know where you're going to find the value that we give you. We teach you, we help you, we guide you, chat room, trade alerts. You tell me where. If you can find a better deal, let me know. Come on in. You're going to be blown away by what we do because we actually care about you, right? You're just not a number. We actually care about you, right? I donate half of my proceeds for my community anyways. We do charitable events all the time. St. Jude's Children's Hospital, okay? My coaching sessions that I do, that's where my money goes, all right? For those kids who can't afford to pay for cancer treatment, they don't pay at St. Jude's Hospital in Minnesota. I'm a big, huge supporter of that. And even though none of my kids, thankfully, up to now have been impacted, you know what? Thousands of other kids have. So if you look at my live stream here, it'll say help support St. Jude's Hospital. I'm a big supporter of that. That's where a lot of my proceeds go to, okay, is to help those families who have to be stricken by having a child with childhood cancer. And that to me means a lot. And that's why I donate so much money to St. Jude. So if you can help out by either on Facebook doing a whatever it's called, a superstar, or on YouTube, one of those super chats or super things, whatever, that's where my money goes. So it would be on your name to help support the cause of children and childhood cancer with St. Jude. But hey, it's moving up. So definitely, Brad, drop a chart in there, man. Let them see what's possible with this Elliott wave. I want to find out where you are predicting Elliott wave to end on this wave. Drop that chart if you can before the stream is over so other folks can see it as well. Hey, who's ready for crude oil? We are going to drop into some of the indices now, and then we are going to get into crude oil here. So let me flip over to my futures. Now, if you notice on my watch list, I purposely use the micros because I think most people should be trading with micros unless you have a substantial account. And even with a substantial account, I very rarely trade full contracts. I love starting with 3, 4, 5 micros, see where the market goes, and then tag it with a full contract when price moves in certain spots. So again, this is why I love sharing the micro contracts here as crude oil continues, or not crude oil, while Bitcoin continues to move. Okay, so let's get started first with natural gas. Okay, we are already in short positions with natural gas. Okay, my first profit level was about to be hit before market close, so I closed it out. Okay, I closed it out. Now, there is still a lower gap down here at about 3.13. Okay, there's the open gap down here. Now, if you have never traded natural gas, Sundays is not the time to trade natural gas, because natural gas on Sundays usually opens up with some massive gaps. I explained the gap earlier on today's live stream. If you missed it, you can just go back and watch the replay afterwards. But natural gas could gap in either direction a couple of 100 points. Natural gas can leave a gap open for days, for weeks, and for months. We just 2 weeks ago closed a gap from January. Listen to this. January 2023. That's 2 years. So we are very cautious on natural gas. And so this is why at 6 o'clock when we meet live, we look at it and we have a strategy for if we're going to take it or not. Sometimes we don't even take it because it's too risky. Okay. So, we're not going to risk having a gap open. We have a strategy, but anyways, there is a lower gap down here that has not been closed yet, but we shall see where it opens. Okay. I can guarantee you that natural gas is either going to open up here or they're going to open down here. That is the size of the gaps usually on Sundays. Okay. So for now, natural gas is continuing to be a sell. Okay. But if you add a Fibonacci level here and we just do the technicals without any gap issues or any gap, assuming this gap wasn't here and assuming there's not going to be any gap when they open, we would normally be looking somewhere down right around here to see if we're going to catch the next possible move back up. There is a lot of liquidity sitting in these two candles. So I am going to say that we are coming down to these lower levels, just if anything else to do liquidity. Okay. I would not be surprised if we even gap down here Sunday open, take out liquidity, and then head back up from here. Okay. Again, natural gas is impacted by weather. Okay. So keeping an eye on the fundamentals of natural gas, what's going on across the United States, to the demand for natural gas. If it's warmer and there isn't a big demand for natural gas, then we tend to see natural gas go down. When it really begins to get really, really cold and it pushes into the United States and there's a demand for natural gas, well, guess what? Natural gas is ultimately going to go up. So you do have to pay attention to the fundamentals as well when it comes to natural gas. So we'll leave this one alone. I do believe we're going to head further down, not just because there's a gap, but because we do have liquidity sitting in these two candles right here that have not yet been absorbed. Okay, so we shall see, and we will give you an update inside of the community. Okay, let's head over to the Russell 2K. Okay, now all of these began to respond at the lower areas. Okay. I chose not to get into the Russell before the market closed, but on Friday we had an update here. Okay. And this is where I'm going to show you based on the other charts that we did get in and take advantage of. Okay. So again, this is now showing signs of, are we beginning to possibly begin to climb back up? There's a lot of liquidity sitting up here. Okay. There's a lot of liquidity sitting up here. But before the Russell can get up there, it has to clear that level right there. Okay. So this is going to be a key level for the Russell. I think early in the week, right, barring any major gap or any, major fundamental news, even if we come down, I believe we may have hit the floor for the short term. I believe 2140 is the ultimate floor right now for this particular indice. I think we head back up to this level first. So I'm going to make it blue. And if we clear that level, then for sure we are going to come up to at least 50% liquidity. And that would be the next level. Okay. So for now, I would stay long on the Russell. I would buy any dip. But really, we don't really change the trajectory of this until we clear this hurdle right here. You can see here, when we've gone above this level, we've gone up to these higher levels. So we really need to clear that level first before we get to the next level. So let's trade it level by level, and you'll get the updates in the club. I'll go ahead and put this alert here. So as we approach this level, I will look at the price action for you. But again, I'm going to need a 4-hour candle higher to close above 2220 to then take the next long wave up. Okay. And again, this is where Elliott wave can make a major role in your trading, letting you trade less and make more because you're staying in trades longer. Okay. Based on parameters. So we'll give you the Elliott wave for this as well when it comes to this right here. Okay. This one, huge profits in already. Okay. Congratulations to all of you who began taking the SP 500 or the ES or the MES for the micro ES. Beautiful rebound on Friday. Beautiful rebound on Friday. Was not going to miss out on this train party here because I usually don't enter brand new trades on Friday. But when this sucker came down to this level right here, I jumped all over it because I figured, hey, it's a floor, very little risk. Very little risk because your exit would be below this wick right here. That would technically be your exit. So we are in some nice profits heading back up. Okay. And same thing here as the Russell. Okay. If we can clear that wick right there, then we're heading back up to the, mid to upper 6,000s. But we first have to clear this key level right here. Okay. There's a chance that we bounce down off this level because they left some liquidity here. And then we go ahead and buy it again and we trade it back up. So we will stay in these two levels for now until price lets us know what it's going to do. Okay. Same thing here now. Okay. Once we get a 4-hour candle to close back up in this level, we see a bullish price action. Then we can go long because there is liquidity sitting up here at about 61.65 that they may want to grab. Not that they may, that they will grab. Okay. Same play here on the NQ. Okay. I'm almost at profit level here. Okay. Left this suckers open. Okay. Even if we gap, totally cool with it. There was a trade alert down here, position for long term. Okay. As you know, NVIDIA, all the tech stocks were crushed last week, in the last 2 to 3 weeks. So I think this is a temporary floor for the QQQ, for the NQ. I think this is a temporary floor. I think we can come back down to retest that floor, and then I think we go back up from here. Okay, just my analysis. We're going to trade what we see, but I think this is a nice temporary floor for the beginning of March. Usually, we see a lot of strong bullish movements at the beginning of a month. New contracts come into play. Now, keep in mind that on the fundamentals, okay, there is talk of the tariffs will take effect on March 4th. Canada, Mexico, and some others. That is negative news for the markets. So we could see a bullish market up to March 4th. And then if that news comes out on the 4th, without any retractment or retracement of 25%, we could see a bearish day on the 4th, right? So again, we got to play a lot more fundamentals now with this administration than the previous administration. So I think we're going to be bullish here for the beginning of the few days of March, and then we'll kind of pay attention to some of the fundamentals that are happening as we go throughout the first few days of March. Okay. And March 3rd is going to be tomorrow. So we'll take an eye here. If we clear this level here, okay, then it sets us up for something like this. Okay. If we can clear this level here, we have the possibility to go up, retest, and then start shooting up to these levels back up here. Okay. So for now, once the market opens, it may already gap up. Okay. I am protected all the way down here, which I doubted if we're going to gap down 400 points. But I'm looking to take profits very, very quickly. Okay. And then wait for the next bullish engulfing candle to take us up on the NQ. Okay. Same thing on the Dow Jones. Okay. Beautiful price action. Tagged that lower level, and we are headed up for the races. Okay. Same thing here. Once we clear 44,322, we're coming back up for these liquidity areas. So once we clear here, okay, and we have that bullish engulfing candle at this level, we are going to target this next level right here once we clear 44,322. Until we don't clear this level, right, we need to see the price action, right? We need to see the price action go above if we're going to stay bullish on the YM, which is also the Dow Jones, or the MYM, which is the micro Dow Jones as well. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into, and by the way, if you haven't done so yet, if you joined the live stream late, hit that like button and watch your profits go up this week just by hitting the like button. All right. So let's go ahead and get back into, now that we've covered the indices, let's get into our CL, our crude oil, why many of you come to this live stream. Again, those of you that have been with me for a while, okay, know that I've only been pretty much a seller of crude oil, okay, from the time that we started selling at 81 down. But look at here, look at here. Have we hit a possible floor? Okay, have we hit a possible floor for right now? I am now starting to change my perspective. We came down to this 68 area that we had been talking about. Is there a possibility to come down to 66 and change? Oh, yeah, of course. But are the charts showing us that right now? The answer is no. The answer is no. So what does that mean for us? That means that this level here is a very high supply and demand zone. We've come here so many times, and we have not been able to close since December of last year. We have not been able to close below. Now, what this tells me right here is that we had this bullish engulfing candle. You can see it right here. Then price came and took 80% liquidity, and then buyers stepped back in. Okay, so for now, if we look at this from a couple of different angles, there's the 8-hour chart. Okay, in my opinion, to really say we're going to go bullish on this back into the lower and mid 70s, we need to see price kind of break that structure right there. And the reason why I'm going to go a little higher is because we rejected inside this yellow box before and price dropped. Okay, so now I raise that bar here. If I want to play it safe, I need to see price go above 71.30 or so, just like it did here. You can see right here, when we close, we went up to the next level. When we close, we went up to the next level. So it's already telling you what it's going to do. Now you just got to be patient and wait for that 4-hour candle to close above. 8 hours even better. If not, we continue to trade this playing field back and forth. Okay, so a lot of uncertainty right now on crude oil. I can see crude oil gapping today possibly. Okay, so at least for me, I like to see crude oil walk and run Sundays and Mondays, and I really start looking at crude oil on Tuesdays for opportunities. Okay, let the market open, let it tip its hand. Don't rush into trading. Again, you heard me say that before. A lot of folks jump into a trade not being able to justify why they got into a trade, right? So there's nothing here on this chart that tells me buy or sell right now. There's absolutely nothing, okay? It's just a lot of consolidation happening within these particular levels. So look at the 4-hour chart, right? All this technical analysis leads me to believe right here that we are going to possibly push up one more time. Now, what happens here? Who knows? We could reject and then come down, or we could close and go above. So we need to be patient at this level. Anything in this middle black area becomes very dangerous to trade, right? So you're either waiting to buy a position at the floor or sell a position at the roof with very little risk. And then if you do sell up here and price closes above, all you need to do is close your sell and turn it into a buy. That's it. Because at this point, then we know we're going to go up to this level, right? We already know we did this once here. We did this once here, right? So we know that once it closes above, it's going to go to that level there. So you just have to be patient. When you're patient in trading, you will get paid. It is the impatient people that get burned when it comes to trading. And this is why I believe that if you are in a healthy community, doesn't mean you need to be in my community, but if you're in a healthy community where people are chatting, people are doing live streams, not a Discord where everything is text and you don't understand the text, or a Telegram where it's just a message. If you're in a healthy community with healthy people, and trust me, it's not my community, it's our community. It's the 300 plus people in the community that make our community so great, okay? When you're in that healthy environment, you have the opportunity to expedite a little bit your trading process and to profit, because so much value and so many eyes on charts and what have you. So again, doesn't have to be mine, but I hope that you take advantage of someone's healthy community and you join that community, because trading is hard, but trading alone is even harder. Hey, I hope you got some value on this live stream. If you are in the community, you'll get all these charts later, and I'll see you in just a few hours for our 6 p.m. Eastern live session when we analyze the gaps. If you're not in the community, hey, no worries yet. You have a couple of choices. You can join the YouTube community and get a little bit of value there. And if you don't want to join any community and you just want to be on the freebie plan, which is just YouTube education, right? Hang out here with me, subscribe, hit your notifications. I'm going to be doing a lot more YouTube shorts for some quick analysis, and then also some of these longer streams to give you value today. All right. How was the value today? Did you get some value today? Before we close out, drop the number 10 in the chat if you got some value on today's live stream. We still have about 63 people who stuck it out to the end of the live stream. So I want to shout you out if you made it here to the end. Elizabeth Mullen, thank you so much for staying with us the entire time. Appreciate you. Business Sound, we appreciate you being here. And if you're a business, go check out Business Sound as well. Sandor, you are one of our club members. We appreciate you for being here. Sahil, one of our club members, we appreciate you being here. Our Elliott Wave Master, go down right now. I'm about to end the stream and check out Elliott Wave Made Simple. Elliott Wave Made Simple. Go learn a little bit more about Elliott Wave. Sean the Beast, awesome. Hey, only by grace. Hey, listen, I didn't put it at the bottom of the stream, but let me just say something real quick before I end this stream. I'm a big person of faith. Like, I give God all the glory. This money doesn't really matter. If you don't have a relationship with your God, in my case, Jesus Christ, it doesn't really matter what to do. So hopefully, not because it's Sunday, but hopefully every day you're spending time in the Bible, in your place of worship, because that's really what matters in life. This is all temporary. You can have a nice car, you can have a nice home, but at the end of the day, the roller coaster ride comes to an end. And I hope that along the way, I've inspired a few of you, because we talk about faith in my community as well, that you have drawn closer to your place of worship, that you've drawn closer to your God. And that's really important, that you spend time with faith first, family, and then of course, Forex is that third F in the system. So Only by Grace Ministries, we appreciate you being here as well. Coach Cleats, what is up? Coach Cleats, dropping that 10. MS, dropping that 10. Thank you for being here. Arul, thank you for being here at the end as well. Motassim, one of our club members. Glad you're getting that feedback, man. Glad you're getting that feedback. Business Sound, thank you so much, Coach. God bless you and your family. And I don't know if by your YouTube name you're in the club, but if you are, welcome. If you're not, welcome anyways. Good to see you here as well. VJ, one of our club members, enjoy your game now. Yeah, we've got some soccer going on or something going on. Hey, thanks for joining in. I hope to do this every Sunday, okay, when I'm not out, doing something with the family. at this particular time of the day because I want to be able to give you value. Even if you're not in the community, even if you're not subscribed, I want you to come here, consider this a home so that I can give you value. If you have questions, please drop them in the community post. I do a lot of posts every day inside of the YouTube community as well to try to give you value, put out polls, put out quizzes to hopefully educate you a little bit so that you can make a good decision for you and your families. Because if you do this right, with your faith being your priority, okay, then you can set yourself up for some type of financial freedom down the road. I'm in year number 9 trading. My first 3.5 years, I sucked. I lost more money than I made. But when I got with a coach, when I got with a mentor, when I got with a healthy community, it changed the game for me. And the rest is history. So whatever that means for you is, whether it's to pay off your car, not live paycheck to paycheck, I believe trading and investing is the answer if you do it right. But there's no get-rich scheme. It's going to take you time. It's going to take you months. It's going to take you years to finally develop a solid skill set, okay? And that's the problem with most traders, and this is why 98% of people fail. They think it's a get-rich scheme, as Molly begins to bark over here. Molly, come here. And if you've never seen my dog, let me show you my dog if you're still in the live. Molly, come here. They want to say hi to you. So all of you, say hello to Molly. She is live on the live stream, our golden doodle who was just barking to protect us. Say hi, Molly. And everybody's going to say hello to you, Molly. Say hello, Molly. And so anyways, I wish you an amazing day today, a healthy day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay resilient, stay connected to your faith. That's what matters in this big, big picture of making money, because you've never seen a U-Haul. You've never seen a U-Haul at a funeral because you can't take all your princely possessions with you. Okay, but what you can do is learn how to make extra income through investing and trading so that you can go on those vacations and you can give your family the experiences of doing those kind of things, which is worth a lot more than a nice car sitting in your driveway or a nice home that you have to pay all this money to get clean, or that you eventually have to sell, or that eventually you can't afford, right? So live within your means. I rather travel than buy a 6-bedroom home or have 5 cars in the driveway. That doesn't resonate with me, right? Giving back, bringing people to faith, and traveling so I can show my kids the world, that's what I prefer to do. And also with this one right here as well. All right, take care. Have a good weekend.